All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the party. Today is Monday, October 13th, 2025. This is episode 982 of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief. Listen, if you are looking to stay current on the top cyber news stories of the day, getting that threat intelligence so you can do GRC work more effectively, better inform your detection engineering, share tips, tricks, tooling, processes, community. My goodness, if that's what you're looking for, welcome to the party, pal. We got it fully loaded here on the show, Daily Cyber Threat Brief. I'm Jerry, the host. This is Chat, the community, and we are going to be crushing it like a bunch of bosses today. Stay tuned for that. Let's give you a little teaser. Wrong. That's right, everybody. Welcome to the party. I want to say shout out to all those who are at West Hackfest and made it to the live taping. Loved it. Such a great experience. For those who were not there, but there virtually, thanks for checking it out. It was all about good times. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Jesse Johnson for AV, Dan Reardon on the cameras. Guys, we had a banger of a time, but it's back to work, back to the grind until November 3rd when Simply CyberCon is going to drop bombs on your head. We got a special episode for you today. We are going to be doing raffles throughout the entire show. What? Jesus, Jerry, why don't you tease these things weeks in advance so we can be ready? Well, that's not what we're doing here. We're just living wild. I'm going to let you know we are going to be raffling off 15 trainings of Jason Haddock's Arcanium security training, 5 bug hunter methodologies, 5 bug chaining escalation and advanced client-side training, and hacking your career, all from Jason Haddock's. Thank you, Jason, for your kind donations. And then the piece de resistance, the reason you want to stay for the show. We are going to be raffling off one and only one of one Rekka Comics. This is a skateboard deck. Now, this is just a picture of it. Rekka Comics has donated a skateboard deck that is fully autographed by all the illustrators and the comic book people from Rekka Comics. So they will ship it to whoever wins. So we got it locked and loaded, and shout out to Jason Blanchard for making that donation to the cause. Holla! All right, guys, now before we get into it, I want you to know every single episode, including episode 982, is worth half a CP. So what's up? Say hello, grab a screenshot, file it away. Once a year, count those screenshots, divide by 2. I know it sounds like a math problem from 7th grade, but believe me, just take a screenshot, file it away, count the screenshots, divide by 2. That's how many CPs you get, up to 120. Thank you, Kayla Sturgeon, for crunching the numbers on that one. 120 is way more than you'll ever possibly need per year. So we're straight crushing it like a bunch of bosses. Now, if today's your first episode, drop a hashtag first timer in chat. Hashtag first timer in chat. We got a special sound effect. We got a special emote. Welcome to the party, pal. And that's what we're going to be doing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, before we get into it, let me say shout out and love to the stream sponsors, those who enable me to bring this show to you every single day, starting with Barricade Cyber Solutions and their Fortified 365 service. Guys, if you're running Microsoft 365 and you haven't properly configured it, my God, what are you doing? Go to fortified365.com today. It's as simple as that. Eric Taylor and the team can help you get your 365 instance properly configured. Hardened is the word we like to use in the industry. And then you're off and running, right? Do you need to align with SOC 2 for compliance purposes? Are you going for government contracts and you're required to be CMMC compliant? Well, configuring your M365 instance would be part of that. If you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. Ignorance is okay, but getting help is right. Go to fortified365.com today to get some help. Oh, also want to say crack on with Anti-Siphon Training. Anti-Siphon Training is disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry by offering high-quality, cutting-edge education to everyone, regardless of financial position. They have an active calendar. You can go to it and check it out. And boom, look at this. This week, They have this amazing free webinar, Anti-Cast, Exploiting AD, Certificate Services, Cert Authority, Misconfigurations with Alyssa Snow and Caitlin Wimberly. Jesus, it's a mouthful, but you know what it is? It's a ton of education and value. So if you're looking to get educated, get skilled up, and do it for free or near free, Anti-Siphon Training is where you want to go. Go to antisyphontraining.com. Check it out. Next week, John Strand himself is doing SOC core skills. Holla. I also really quick want to say, check out this. Completely unrelated, but worth noting because we just mentioned John Strand. Over the weekend at Wild West Hackfest, if you missed it, we, Simply Cyber community, I'm looking at all of you, and shout out to Christina Paulika for taking the initiative and setting the GoFundMe up. We actually raised, it says 6,120. This number is not accurate because, and this is why I wanted to tell you, John Strand donated an additional $5,000, matching Eric Taylor's $5,000. So between John Strand and Eric Taylor, $10,000 raised for Becky's Fund, which is a fund that helps support domestic violence victims, basically helping them get away from their perpetrators or whatever you want to call the psychopaths who control people. Yeah, so we ended up raising essentially, and a guy won the sponsor Stampede, won $1,000, and he asked if he could donate his $1,000 to the charity. So we literally raised $12,320 on Friday, just like a bunch of bosses. So anyways, that's what's up with that. John Strand, thank you. Eric Taylor, thank you. I spoke to Becky yesterday. I called her. We're going to collaborate more. She's super pumped and very appreciative of this community. Thank you all for being awesome. All right. Okay, quick word from ThreatLocker, and then we're going to be off and running, and we're going to raffle off our first thing. Let me tell you how we're going to do it, okay? I'm assuming that Nightbot's going to work here. Hold on one second. Give me a second. Hello? Let me see. So hold on. I might need help here. Might need help. You can see I'm looking at Nightbot on TV right now. Mods, I don't see the GoFundMe is still open. Yeah, if you'd like to donate, I wasn't asking anyone to donate specifically, but you can hear. There's the GoFundMe if you want to go check it out and just see what it's all about. Mods, I do need help. I do need help here for a second. Hey, let's run the ThreatLocker ad while I continue to poke around back here and see if I can figure this thing out. I want to give some love to the Daily Cyber Threat Brief sponsor, ThreatLocker. Do zero-day exploits and supply chain attacks keep you up at night? Well, worry no more. You can harden your security with ThreatLocker. Worldwide, companies like JetBlue trust ThreatLocker to secure their data and keep their business operations flying high. ThreatLocker takes a deny-by-default approach to cybersecurity and provides a full audit of every action allowed or blocked for risk management and compliance. Onboarding and operation is fully supported by their US-based Cyber Hero support team. Get a free 30-day trial and learn more about how ThreatLocker can help prevent ransomware and ensure compliance. Visit threatlocker.com/dailycyber. All right, I think I figured it out. It might be working now. We're going to be running the contest throughout the show here, giving away 15 trainings and one sick Rekka skateboard deck signed by the illustrators over there at Rekka. I need a keyword for this giveaway, and any suggestions? Like, I don't know. I guess let's do WWHF since that's where it came from. WWHF. Oh, Team SC. No, WWH. No, Team SC. Let's do Team SC. That way people can accidentally join as well. All right, here we go. Everybody's in here. You guys, like, some of you have already entered things. Okay. So hopefully that's going to work. And we're going to do it. So if you'd like to enter, hit Team SC in chat. Team SC in chat in order to enter to win this right here, training, as well as this sick skateboard deck. Mods, can I have someone in mod chat, please? Kind of, if one of you has the availability to document the winners as they win, because we're gonna have a lot of them. We're gonna have 16 winners. Yeah. Okay. Look at you guys are jumping in here. You can see. Hey, Cheddar Bob. I'm at Cheddar at Wow West Hackfest attending my talk. All right, guys. Special day. We're cooking. There he is, wading through logs. Port Zero, my man. Oh, and also quick shout out. Wasn't there many of you were not there in person and you were missed. But I went ahead. I don't know if you saw this. I made this custom Joe Hudson shirt. If you don't know Joe Hudson, you should make it a point to get to know him. But this is him from Wild West Hackfest 24, freestyling rap, spitting bars. I made this just to have a little bit of Joe Hudson in our life at Wild West Hackfest. So shout out to him if he's in chat right now. I washed this yesterday explicitly so I could wear it on stream. And it's inspired by the Beastie Boys. I think it's Ill Communication album. That's what I was going for. All right, everybody. Did I do all the things? We still have to do the DeleteMe ad read. It's Monday, which means we're going to do Simply Cyber Community Member of the Role. Okay, so let's draw our first. Hold on. Can someone track winners, please? All right, let's do our first drawing just to make sure that we have this thing working the way we're supposed to. We're going to just rip through them. First, Jason Haddix, the Jason Haddix. This guy's so cool. Played Commander with him on Saturday or Friday night. All right, look at this. This is literally $1,000. This is $1,000 training. We're giving out like $15,000 worth of training here. So first winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. This is so sick, dude. This is sick. Okay, here we go. I wish I had like a more cool way to draw, but this is what we're doing here. First winner, enter Team SC in order to win. Jide E. Boo! All right, my man, Jide E, first winner. All right, let's sit back, relax, and let's let the cool sounds, Elliot Matisse, you know what we're doing, of the hot news wash over us all in an awesome wave. I will see you all at the mid-roll.
From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Monday, October 13th, 2025. I'm Steve Prentice. Velociraptor forensics tool becomes LockBit ransomware weapon.
No!
Once again, the Velociraptor open source digital forensics and incident response tool is being used in connection with ransomware attacks, this time likely orchestrated by the group Storm 2603, which is known for deploying the Warlock and LockBit ransomware. Researchers at Sophos suggest that, quote, the attackers weaponized the on-premises SharePoint vulnerabilities known as Tool Shell to obtain initial access and deliver an outdated version of Velociraptor, version 0.73.4, that's susceptible to a privilege escalation vulnerability. This allowed them to enable arbitrary command execution and endpoint takeover, this according to Cisco Talos. This attack appears to be connected to a story we covered on September 1st regarding reported abuse of Velociraptor for tunneling and remote access. This current story appears to be an expanded and more fully characterized instance of the same abuse trend. Rapid7, which maintains Velociraptor after having acquired it in 2021, stated during the previous tunneling exploit that, quote, it's aware of the misuse of the tool and that it can also be abused when in the wrong hands, just like other security and administrative tools, end quote.
All right. So you may have seen me play this. You were the chosen one. All right. Dude, Velociraptor, if you have seen Eric Capuano or Whitney Champion ever, there's like a high percentage chance that they're actively using Velociraptor at that minute. Like when you walk up to them and say hello, they're doing Velociraptor things. This tool is incredibly powerful. It basically allows you to go hunting in endpoints really deep. Now threat actors are basically weaponizing this, and it sounds like there's actually a vulnerability in Velociraptor itself that they're able to exploit. I didn't understand that. I mean, basically, it's just a very powerful binary, which means if you can get access to a box, you can install whatever you want, right? You can install like keyloggers and espionage things and exfil data from it and whatever. But the Velociraptor does allow you to do all sorts of things. Two things I want to point out here. Number one, this is not new, right? Weaponizing tools for good in order to do bad. Oh yeah, that's right. Space Tacos drink. That's funny. So I would like to take this back a little bit, or go a little wider with this one. Remember, guys, our tools, our security tools, right? Unless Microsoft gets their way with EDR solutions not being able to reach the kernel, our security tools, in order for them to work, in order for them to win a race condition with malware, to get to the CPU first or whatever, to disable it before malware disables the EDR, all of those things require basically God level permissions, right? Root level access, system level access in order to work. Forever, we've had our tools have, like highest level of access in order for them to do their job, which means when a threat actor weaponizes these tools, they get to take advantage of all those type of things. It sucks. LockBit is back. I know that they've been back for a minute, but like LockBit is no joke, man. They were the red carpet, Golden Globe award winning, A-lister starring alongside Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 93. Like, LockBit's no joke, man. Law enforcement put a lot of work into getting after this guy. His name's Dimitri, the LockBit sup guy that runs it. I thought they got him. They didn't, apparently, and they're back. Also, we saw last week during the Daily Cyber Threat Brief live from Wild West Hackfest that LockBit is teaming up with two other ransomware threat actors. I can't remember who they are now, in order to form like a gang, which is also not good. LockBit didn't need partners in crime, and now they've got them. So, yeah, it's not good. As far as what to do to defend against this, what I would say is LockBit, just like any other threat actor, they don't care about, if you're a small business, a big business, healthcare, publishing, like they'll get you. They'll go after it. The way that they're getting in, at least in this particular instance, is through an on-premise SharePoint vulnerability. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. If you're running on-prem SharePoint, meaning it's in your data center, not in the cloud, and it's internet facing and it's vulnerable, a couple things have to happen here. It can be exploited. This tool shell is the thing. It gets initial access, and then that's where they deliver the Velociraptor to do priv escalation. Okay, again, they escalate privileges by creating domain admin accounts and then moving laterally. Again, the reason I point all these things out is because if you're if you're going threat hunting in your environment, if you're doing detection engineering, if you are just trying to see what's up, obviously the exploit of the on-prem SharePoint would be somewhere to look. The creation of domain admin accounts that are not expected really should flag you off. I mean, I'd argue that you should have some type of alert that fires off when a domain admin account is created. You shouldn't be creating domain admin accounts very often, like very often ever, right? If anything, you should be removing domain admin accounts because like your entire IT team probably has domain access for no reason. All right, what else are we looking for? They'll modify GPOs and turn off real-time protection. So that's another indicator of compromise. This isn't good, yo. Okay, that's about all I got to say about that. And if you find Velociraptor, like basically they have to bring down the payload. So if they find Velociraptor on an endpoint, this could be the problem that you're suffering. All right. Okay. Thanks for coming. Let's raffle off some more goods. Enter Team SC. Enter Team SC in order to enter the raffle. We're raffling off 15. Hold on, I should keep track of this. We're raffling off 15 Jason Haddix trainings. Thank you, Jason Haddix, for donating. And let's actually raffle off 2 because we got a lot to do. All right, 2 bug hunter methodologies, $1,000 courses, no big deal. 27 hours of content. Yeah. All right, here we go. First one is, or next winner is Variable X. Variable X. Way to go, Variable X. You have won Jason Haddock's Bug Hunter Methodology Core course. Next winner, Cha Boy Louie. Cha Boy Louie, what up? Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Let's keep going.
Spain dismantles GXC team cybercrime group and arrests its 25-year-old leader. The arrests were conducted by the Spanish law enforcement agency Guardia Civil. The group, quote, sold AI-powered phishing kits, Android malware, and voice scam tools via Telegram and Russian forums, becoming a major supplier of credential theft tools in Spain, end quote. The group's focus was crafting tools for online banking theft, e-commerce deception, and internet scams. The group also held a 20% off sale in late 2023, introducing tools that used AI to create fraudulent invoices for wire fraud and business email compromise.
What? They ran a 20% off, like they're malware as a service, they're criminal enterprise, and they're running like back to school sale. All right. Again, note here, 25-year-old Brazilian leader. No. Okay. So your Team SC entry is persistent. Okay. You will not be able to win again, but you will be able to win, and you only need to enter once. If you enter Team SC multiple times, it does not help you. You have to enter it in the YouTube chat.
Mount up.
All right, so check it out. Number one, and this like jumps out to me right away. 25-year-old Brazilian. Again, there is a clear trend in our, I guess I don't even want to call it our industry, but in our ecosystem of young, like 18 to 22 year old threat actors out of Brazil and the UK. I would also venture a guess that Argentina has some of these youth as well. And they are the Lapsus group. They are the Shiny Hunters and the other one there, Scattered Spider. This guy's 25. He's probably been operating for a few years, right? Which would, kind of put him in that range of 18 to 22 when he got started. And law enforcement took him down. Now it's Spain's Civil Guardia, which I don't even know what that means. I'm assuming this is some type of like, kind of federal law enforcement agency. But yeah, these guys pretty powerful. AI-powered phishing kits, Android malware, voice scam tools via Telegram. So, yeah. On New Year's Eve, they declared a significant price reduction, offering 20% discount on their products. AI-powered tool named Business Invoice Swapper. Private and exclusive, swap at the same font, swap bank accounts, etc. Yeah, I mean, pretty powerful stuff. Let's see what this is going to happen to this guy. You could rent it for $2,000 a week or 15 grand forever. Okay. Again, a good thing all of us have moral compasses, because it is very appealing to operate in the this space right here. Now, what is going to happen to this dude? This is all about how bad this team is, or this cybercrime gang. I'm trying to see what here. So here we go. The Cybercrime Department of the Central Operational Unit of the Civil Guard, which is who's going after these people. Here we go. The police arrested this dude in San Vicente de la Barcara and seized devices with the kit, personal accounts, and chats. 6 individuals linked to the network, which means they're definitely pressuring this dude right now to give up those other accomplices. I'm curious here if, where's this? Is this in Spain? Yeah, town in Spain. All right, so he was a Brazilian national, but he was living in Spain, which is why the Spanish law enforcement got him. Whoops. Where is it? Where's the oh, I see. Bro. All right. For what it's worth, I mean, this is a cyber criminal threat actor who was selling B2B stuff basically to other threat actors, making bank, and must have had some bad OPSEC, must have had something. I'll tell you right now, this isn't even a hot take. This is like bathwater warm. This guy will probably roll on his accomplices in order to get a lighter sentence, and then that'll be the news story next week. But yeah, this is the new wave of threat we have to defend against. All right, let's do some more raffling. We're raffling off Arcanum Security's Bug Hunters Methodology Core. We got 2 more to give away here. Let's do 2 of them. Here we go. Winner, chicken dinner. Paul Martino. Very nice. Also, I want to let everyone know, you do, let's be realistic. If you don't claim this prize within, I don't know, a few days, let's say 48 hours, we'll re-raffle it or reclaim the prize. I can't, with all due respect, I love this community, but I don't have time to go hunt people down. If you would like to claim it, connect with any of the mods, go on the Discord general, whatever it is, we'll get you your prize. I want you to have this prize, but I can't be, whenever we do this, it turns into kind of a logistics, mess. So let's keep going.
SonicWall SSL VPN breach warning. Following up on a story we covered last week, cybersecurity firm Huntress is now warning of a, quote, widespread compromise of SonicWall SSL VPNs, with threat actors using valid credentials to access multiple customer accounts, end quote. They added, quote, the speed and scale of these attacks imply that the attackers appear to control valid credentials rather than brute forcing, end quote. In attacks occurring since October the 4th, more than 100 SonicWall SSL VPN accounts were compromised using these valid credentials, with some attackers disconnecting quickly, while others, quote, conducted post-exploitation, scanning networks and probing local Windows accounts, end quote. This all follows on from a recent warning from SonicWall regarding unauthorized access to firewall backup files from its cloud service, exposing encrypted credentials and configurations.
Okay, so this shouldn't come as a surprise. And this is actually a nice little case study for people who are looking to break into the industry. Should be mindful of. So last week it was reported that SonicWall's website, basically, that you log into to manage kind of your SonicWall stuff, backup configurations of your SonicWall devices, was compromised and data was exfilled, including credentials. Okay. Now, next week, Huntress is observing widespread compromise of SonicWall SSL VPN devices across multiple customers' environments. Why? Because they're using valid credentials to access them. This is like this. You should have expected this, right? Threat actors dumped a bunch of creds, and now they're using their tooling to log into all the things, okay? And once they log into those things, they can do, bad stuff. Remember, VPNs are virtual private networks, right? It allows you to go from anywhere in the world and get onto internal networks. It's that interface that allows you to get in there, right? So if you're running SonicWall VPNs as your concentrator and a threat actor logs in, they now have a foothold in your environment effectively, or whatever environment that VPN grants access to, and they will rinse and repeat the cyber kill chain all up in your face. All right. So you definitely don't want that. You should have changed your credentials before. And I'm not even saying I told you so. Okay. What I'm saying is this is okay. Listen, this is why you have to stay current on industry. This isn't some type of hazing that we do in industry. This isn't some type of friggin' we got the new guy. New guy, stay current. No, We friggin' do it every day because this happened on Friday, and now maybe not Friday. This happened last week, and now people are getting popped all over the place. And if you had just kicked up your feet and been like, you know what, we're good here, then you're friggin' having a rough day, probably a rough weekend. So this is why you stay current. You hear about it, you change your creds. Also, can we put multi-factor authentication in? Just because you get my credentials doesn't mean you can log in with MFA. You'd have to get that second factor, which isn't in place for many of these people if Huntress is reporting widespread compromise. Jesus, it's 2025, man. Multi-factor authentication, all the things. I don't know what we're thinking here. All right. Once a threat actor gets your creds, they pop them into things and try all the things. They try to log into all the things. All right. So what do we do here? If you're okay, by the way, it said SonicWall initially said only 5% of customers were impacted. Doesn't look like that's true. All right. Either that or SonicWall's got a huge customer base. TLDR. If you're running SonicWall SSL VPN, I'm not exactly sure what credentials were compromised, all of them, or just the admin ones or whatever. Look into this. Additionally, look for anomalous logins. Elevate your detection. Turn more things on. Go to DEFCON 1. Whatever it is. If you're getting popped by this, you're not going to have a good day. Secondly, if your SonicWall SSL VPN is internet facing, which is highly likely, right? That's why you have VPNs. It can be found with Shodan, which means threat actors can find it just as easily as anyone. All right. You got to patch it. You got to patch it. Okay. All right. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Let's give away another Arcanium Security Bug Hunters Methodology core course from Jason Haddix. $1,000 prize. Let's go. Here we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Silence Poet. Winner. Silence Poet. Winner. Nice job, Silence Poet.
U.S. Cyber Command and NSA chief loses nomination for the job. Army Lieutenant General William Hartman will not be nominated to be the next leader of the U.S. Cyber Command and the National Security Agency, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. Hartman has been leading both entities in an acting capacity since April. The reasons for the non-nomination include a lack of desire within the current administration to continue the dual-hat leadership arrangement at Cyber Command and the NSA. The decision to not nominate Hartman, quote, further scrambles what has already been a prolonged leadership shakeup atop the military's top digital warfighting outfit and the country's largest spy agency, end quote.
All right. All right. So, certainly not because he couldn't do the job, right? This guy right here, 3-star general, William Hartman. Looks like he's, I'm assuming this is Army, the Army uniform. He's been acting as the NSA chief and U.S. Cyber Command, dual-hatted role as it's been for quite a while. And he's not going to officially get the job. He did have, dude, at this level of government, this is like Game of Thrones level stuff, right? So he had Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and DNI leader Tulsi Gabbard's backing, but there was key people in the Trump camp who didn't want him. Looks like some people, they're, on an anonymity, some people are saying that it's because they want to torpedo this dual hat thing. It's too bad. It's too bad. Like, if this is the case, it's too bad that this guy's like a victim of Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Because he's probably quite qualified in order to do the job. The NSA and U.S. Cyber Command are incredibly important capabilities of the United States government for national security. If it's not him, then who? Right? I don't know. So I will say one thing that's really interesting at this level also is that, like, it's not like this guy will probably retire. It said he put in his retirement papers. At this level, guys, it's not like this guy just like rolls to another job. You know what I mean? Like, there's how many posts are there that 3-star generals take, right? I would imagine there's like maybe, I don't know, 5 jobs, 10 jobs, right? This guy isn't going to like load, like, he's not going to go run a base somewhere. You know what I mean? Not to say it's beneath him, but like, I don't know. As far as how you and I as practitioners go, this isn't going to really impact us. This is more interesting at like a national security level, etc. Really quick, if you are winning, so anyways, there's not much here other than news. If you are winning prizes, right, the Jaides, the Paul Martinos, etc., do go onto Discord, simplycyber.io/Discord. In general, the general channel, and then ping like @mod or something, and just say, you know, you're one of the winners or something like that. We also want to avoid people who are fraudulent and say like, oh, hi, I'm Paul Martino, please give me my prize, and then they're actually not. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyways. Okay, let's do another raffle. We are now moving on to raffle. If you're just joining us, we are raffling off tons of prizes today. You have to type in Team SC in order to win. And now we're doing Bug Hunters methodology expansion, right? Bug chaining escalation advanced client side. A $200 course. Very nice. Let's go. Winner, winner. Here we go. Andres, Andreas. There we go. Nicely done. And another second winner, Cheddar Bob, 42. My man, Cheddar Bob. Nicely done, Cheddar Bob. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's keep cooking.
Huge thanks to our sponsor, Vanta. What's your 2 a.m. security worry? Is it, do I have the right controls in place? Or are my vendors secure? Or the really scary one, how do I get out from under these old tools and manual processes? Enter Vanta. Vanta automates manual work so you can stop sweating over spreadsheets, chasing audit evidence, and filling out endless questionnaires. Their trust management platform continuously monitors your systems, centralizes your data, and simplifies your security at scale. Vanta also fits right into your workflows, using AI to streamline evidence collection, flag risks, and keep your program audit ready all the time. With Vanta, you get everything you need to move faster, scale confidently, and get back to sleep. Get started at vanta.com/headlines. That is VANTA.com/headlines.
All right. Let's go. I don't have a good, oh, not that. All right, we'll do it this way. All right, we are at the mid-roll. Holla, 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 holla. We did Simple Minds just as a little special last week. All right, guys. Hey, I want to say shout out to all of you. Thank you all so much for being here. This is the mid-roll. We're having a special episode today, raffling off tons of things. Ross with 10 gifted subs. Thanks, Ross. 10 new squad members, including Berserker, Samson George, Roswell UK. I'm inspired, Ross. Let me see if I can give away some gifted subs, too. Yes, I can. 5 more gifted subs. There we go. You get a sub. You get a sub. You get a sub. Let's go, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone. Shout out to the stream sponsors, Barricade, Anti-Siphon, Threat Locker, and DeleteMe. Yo, check it out. DeleteMe makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. DeleteMe does all the hard work of wiping you and your family's personal information from data broker websites. DeleteMe knows your privacy is worth protecting. Sign up and provide DeleteMe with exactly what information you want deleted, and their experts take it from there. As someone with an active online presence, privacy is really important to me. I have a family, children. I travel quite more than I would expect to for work, and it absolutely kills me but I'm happy to know that like my home address is not necessarily for sale in all the places, because DeleteMe helps protect that by, deleting it from these data broker websites. Take control of your data. Keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe now at a special discount for our listeners. Get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber and use promo code simplycyber at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber and enter code simplycyber at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/simplycyber, code simplycyber at checkout. Wading through logs, aka Wade Wells, dropping 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Wade. Whoa, I just got lightheaded for a hot second there. Oh my gosh. All right. So straight killing it. Thank you, Wade. Thank you, Ross. Guys, we're going to raffle off a couple more. And I'm going to be sharing with you who the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week is. Here, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week, presented by ThreatLocker. Guys, every single day of the week has a special segment. And Mondays is where I like to recognize one community member. Now, this is very difficult coming off Wild West Hackfest, because Justin Gold, Casually Joseph, James McQuiggan, Eric Taylor, Christina Paulika, Ms. Julian, Ricky Lee, Luke Canfield, Code Brew, like so many community members came out, Dan Reardon, like so many people were there supporting, getting up wicked early, doing all the things. So it's really tough to call out just one particular member. It is a sponsored segment, which means I give a prize. Thank you, ThreatLocker, for sponsoring the segment. Takes a village to deliver Simply Cyber, and ThreatLocker takes a deny by default approach to cybersecurity. I did want to call out one particular member and just recognize him really quick. So Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week this week is Jesse Johnson, a.k.a. Asset Burn, a.k.a. Cosmic Cowboy. If you know Jesse, he's a wonderful person. He was the AV engineer last week. And the reason I wanted to recognize him, not only does he help all the time, but when you're running 4 mics and there's multiple inputs, we had audio going to the audience live as well as to virtual stream chat and all 4 mics in our cans. It was a very complicated AV engineering solution. You guys know that I have massive problems with audio. So Jesse Johnson made it happen. If you didn't even notice the audio because it just worked, you can thank this guy right here. Squad member, community member, moderator, and just all around good guy. If you get a chance to meet this guy, he is a delight. Thank you very much, Jesse Johnson. You are the squad member of the week. I'll get with you and get you your prize, my man. Looking forward to seeing you. All right, let's raffle off some more stuff. All right, let's raffle off another Bug Hunter methodology expansion prize. Enter Team SC to win if you haven't already. But the winner is Rampant Spark. Rampant Spark. Congratulations, buddy. All right, let's keep cooking.
Houston suburb suffers cyber attack. Sugarland, Texas becomes one of the latest municipalities to have its online services impacted by what is being called a breach of its internal network infrastructure. The outages occurred on Thursday morning and affected online services such as the 311 contact center, utility billing, permit and inspection scheduling, permit payments, and building applications, although they stated clearly that police, fire, and medical services are still available at 911. Sugarland is a suburb of Houston and is home to nearly 110,000 people.
All right. So, everything goes big in Texas. This is, if I had to guess, this is a ransomware attack. Yeah, the Killing ransomware gang took credit for this attack yesterday. No surprise, state and local municipalities have regularly been taken down. Look at Minneapolis. St. Paul, I think, actually got hit a couple weeks later. Not that it matters from a proximity perspective. Atlanta was the OG one. Baltimore back in the day. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Dozens of Texas-based towns. LA got hit. Dude, a lot of these state and local municipalities are basically under-resourced, underfunded, running old tech. Difficult to get things patched. They are a ripe target. And because it's like taxpayer money, you know, I don't know how often these municipalities pay, honestly. I know at the state level, you're not allowed to pay ransom or ransoms, or maybe at the federal level, there's definitely a law that says in some instances where you cannot pay. Yeah, look at this. Here's 4 different other counties that got hit in 2025 already. The threat actors downloaded 300,000 crash reports, names, addresses, license numbers, etc. Now you might be like, who cares? Traffic data got compromised. Again, this is going to be an input directly into social engineering attacks, threat actor attacks. You get a text message that says, you owe a toll in, you know, Minneapolis, Minnesota, where you've never been. You just delete the text message, right? Now imagine getting a text message or an email saying, hey, you know, this is the state of Texas. You were involved in an accident on this date. Here's your driver's license number. You have to pay a fine of $500 or go to jail or whatever. Click here, right? It's going to be way more believable because that information is accurate and people will fall for it. Now, again, that's a lot of work for a couple $100, but you know, when you have 300,000 different crash reports, you know, even if 1% fall for it, that's 3,000 people, right? If you automate it, right? Click here, deposit money here. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's not good. Daniel Lowry submitting that threat actors need to set up a 501(c) nonprofit so they can accept donations from their victims, 100%. Also want to say shout out. I'm not 100% sure. I'm seeing it in chat right now. I think it's him, Mad Squirrel Tech. If that is Eric, let me know. I think that's Eric, who we indoctrinated as a Simply Cyber community member over the weekend, or over the week, as he was at West Hackfest. Started as a friend, left as a community member. TLDR, just educate your friends, family, loved one of different social engineering cyber attacks. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. If you'd like to talk about something other than politics at the Thanksgiving table, may I suggest educating your family on this type of stuff. Also, it's October. Hey, it is Eric. Hey, Eric, welcome to the party. Listen, it is October, which is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. What better time than now to educate your end users on all these things? By the way, I want everyone to know really quickly that if you didn't know, I am partnering with Cisco this month and doing a piece of cybersecurity awareness training every single day on LinkedIn and YouTube. And I actually broke it up into cybersecurity awareness in the age of AI. Each week has a different kind of theme. This week's theme is around what week are we into? Yeah, like AI frameworks and approaches to comprehensive AI from a GRC perspective. Oh my, did he say GRC? Oh, what? Hold on, I need a good one. Hold on. Did he say GRC? The answer is yes. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, stop. Is it getting hot in here? Someone turn on the air conditioner or open a window. My goodness. All right, let's raffle off some prizes, guys. We're still got 2 more of these Arcanium Security Bug Hunter Methodology expansion courses. Let's raffle off 2. Coming at you hot. Enter a Team SC in chat if you want to win. Here we go. Ms. Julian. Yes, sir. Love myself some Ms. Julian. She was my... I was getting smoked in Commander on Friday night, and she stepped in as like as an advisor on Friday. The deck I was piloting was designed for pros, and I was like, I needed like a red-green aggro deck or something. All right, here we go. And then, oh wait, that's another one. And then finally, let's give away one more prize here. Holla. Oh, hold on, Jide E already won a prize. So Jide, I'm going to put you back in. I want 1 prize per person. So your ticket would have been pulled anyways. So sorry about the confusion. Here we go. DSP DSP, our final winner of this particular prize. We still got tons of prizes to go, yo. Bug chaining escalation and advanced client side. Congratulations. And thank you, Jason Haddix, for donating these 15 prizes to the community. Let's continue on, shall we?
Hackers exploiting zero-day in Gladinet file sharing software. The zero-day vulnerability has a CVE number and is found in Gladinet, CenterStack, and TrioFox products. The vulnerability allows a local attacker to access system files without authentication. According to Bleeping Computer, at least 3 companies have been targeted so far, and although a patch is not yet available, customers can apply mitigations. CenterStack and TrioFox are business solutions created by Gladinet for file sharing and remote access. They enable a company to use its own storage as a cloud.
Okay. All right, here we go. So first of all, when the vendor says this, no fix, all versions affected. This is like worst case scenario. This is hold on. Do we have I wish I had the Metal Gear Solid sound like this isn't good. Oh gosh, I got to fix the soundboard. When I take the 2 weeks off in December, I'm going to refresh the soundboard for sure. Here's the deal. Listen, practitioners in chat right now, if you are running Gladinet's CenterStack or TrioFox solutions, which are business solutions, I would assume that these are for mid-sized businesses that cannot afford the high-end enterprise-grade solutions. So that's kind of an idea. You definitely want to get these sorted out. Now, there is no patch, so you can't, you got to patch it. You got to patch it. That's not available. So what are we supposed to do here? Dude, Huntress in the news again? John Hammond, Matt Kiley. Jesus, you guys are busy over there. I do love Huntress. I got to get the guy who owns Huntress on the channel here. I'm trying to see what are you supposed to do to protect this? Okay, so the mitigation you can't patch it, but you can mitigate down, okay? All right, so this is an important distinction here, okay? In the world of risk and GRC, GRC Mafia, you temptress. You can do things with risk. You can mitigate it, which means make it less of a bad risk, but you don't get rid of it. You can remediate it, which means you take care of it, right? So they're saying the mitigation. So you're not getting away from it. Oh, yeah, there we are. Forgot about this one. Such a good memory. There he is. Matt Kiley and me getting nerdy by nature, not because I hate you, drink. And if you don't know OPP or Naughty by Nature, you've got a catalog of music to discover, my friend. Okay. So TLDR, disable the temp handler in the web config file for the download proxy component in the Gladinet Cloud Enterprise solution. Look at this. Thank you, Huntress. They literally have a screenshot of the line in the source file to delete. Effectively making this threat not viable. All right, so here are the 2 things I want to point out. Number 1, by the way, I do enjoy being able to tell you something that you wouldn't necessarily learn or read in a course or whatever. Check this out. Number 1, if you're running this, you definitely want to take this mitigation action, i.e. delete this link here. It's an unauthenticated attack, which means threat actors, if they find it, can push it. On top of it, these solutions are a remote access solution and a file sharing solution. That is 2 of the most powerful, valuable things to threat actors. Getting access to your box remotely and then moving files around. Hello, like Clop Ransomware made a mint off of technologies like that. Here's the thing that I want to share with you, just to be mindful, okay? Deleting this line is the mitigation, but think about this for a minute. If you upgrade, if you restore from backups, if you roll back, if you push a patch, if you do any of those things, you will undo this mitigation. You see what I'm saying? Just be mindful of that. A lot of times people delete it and they're like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm going to get tacos. And then they forget that they, like basically they roll something out and it's going to overwrite that config file with a known config file in some instances, okay? Also, deleting this config line, it's probably fine, but don't just recklessly do it. You should communicate to people that you're doing this. This is a change control thing. Even though it's an emergency change control, you delete this, it is potentially going to break some type of function in your environment. And all of a sudden you got a problem. No one knows how to fix it because no one knows what you did. You know what I mean? So anyways, definitely easy to mitigate the damage. Shout out to Huntress for doing amazing work. Also, I saw Roswell UK point this out. I'm going to go to epsslookup.com, drop the CVE in, and you could, holy Jesus. This is much different than what Roswell UK put in chat. Holy crap, look at this. This is not good, okay? This absolutely needs to be a emergency. There is a 87% chance that if you have this flaw in your environment, it will be exploited in the next 30 days. This is the kind of percentages that I would bet heavy money on. Dude, you're not going to get these odds ever. This is not good. It's in the 99th percentile of bad in the entire database of vulnerabilities in EPS. This is pretty much awful, okay? Hold on. How does this have a known exploited vulnerability date of April 29th? Hold on. Am I missing something here? Okay. So the local file inclusion. So basically they're chaining the attacks together. Sorry, I had to figure this out for a minute. They're chaining the attacks together. So if they can do local file inclusion, they can then exploit the CVE, which is a very gnarly CVE. Again, it is a chained attack, but here's the deal. Just get it fixed, man. Mitigate down and then be in like high contact with your IT team on this one.
Microsoft warns of payroll pirates attacking HR SaaS accounts. A threat actor named Storm2657 has been observed, quote, hijacking employee accounts with the end goal of diverting salary payments to attacker-controlled accounts, end quote. These attacks have focused on US-based organizations, particularly employees in sectors like higher education, to gain access to third-party human resources software as a service platforms like Workday. These attacks do not exploit any security flaw in the services themselves, but instead turn to social engineering tactics and a lack of multi-factor authentication protections to seize control of employee accounts and ultimately modify payment information to route them to accounts managed by the threat actors.
All right, this sucks, but this is a great infographic. So a lot of small, mid-sized businesses, even large businesses, use ADP, right, for payroll. They've outsourced payroll. I've outsourced payroll here at Simply Cyber, right? Although we might notice. So a threat actor sends out a phishing email, gets an entry user account, including MFA creds, gets in the user's mailbox, email, right? They check inbox, deleted items, sent items, etc. Then they delete all emails from the customer at myworkday.com. It's a rule. So basically all emails coming from the HR platform get deleted, i.e. the payroll personnel, the finance people, the accounting people, whoever's doing payroll, they don't see the alerts coming from My Workday. Now, this is a pretty common attack technique for threat actors, dinking around with your email. They don't want you to see the alerts coming through, right? You ever seen an email come through and says, hey, like you just logged into your Unify, cloud key, or you just logged into whatever, unusual login to this Google account, right? They want those emails deleted so you don't see it because it's basically an alert. It's a detection. Once they do that, they hop into the HR profile and they change the bank account where your paycheck's going to. And dude, HR is, I mean, payroll companies are happy to send the money wherever you want it to go. It's not their job to be like, oh, this seems weird, not weird. Now, if you would hope that the payroll companies are aware of this and taking action where, like, if 50 employees all have their payroll paycheck going to the same bank account number, that should flag something, but there's no guarantee of that. Okay, so this sucks for me and you. Also, hey, really quickly, from a business perspective, listen, if I work for you and payday comes and my paycheck does not appear in my bank account, I'm going to come to you and say, where's my money? Where's my money? And then you, the vendor, the company is going to turn and say, hey, third-party payroll company, why didn't you deliver the money? I saw it come out of my bank account. Why didn't you deliver the money to my employees? And they're going to say, we did. And then you're going to say, well, you sent it to the wrong people. And they're going to say, well, you logged in and changed it, right? So there's going to be, the Spider-Man thing. This guy. This is what it's going to look like on Monday. If you're saying, where's my money? And then employers saying, why'd you pay the wrong account? And then payroll companies like, you changed it with valid credentials. I think ultimately, guys, I think that the business is going to be the loser in this one, because the payroll company did nothing wrong. It is the function of it. And there's no way in hell that the business is going to tell the employee, well, I guess you're out of luck, right? Because the employee is going to revolt. Okay. This is not a good situation. So here's what I would say about this. Number one, educate your end users about this. Number two, many of us are using these payroll things, right? If you can, I don't know if you can do this. Wade Wells or anyone in chat, I don't know if you can do this at the administrator level, but if there is a way to check for inbox rules of your employee workforce to see if they have, delete all mails from, whatever payroll provider you're running, look for that. I mean, this is a very, very crystal clear indicator of compromise that would have to be in place. And it's very unlikely that the threat actor is going to go in and delete the rule and clean up afterwards, because they don't care. They've got their money. They're off and running. So this could be very devastating. Okay. I've told this story before. Okay. But if you never heard it, I once had an employer call me at like 7:00 at night as I was pulling into a parking spot. And I'm like, well, this can't be good. And I pick up the phone. I'm like, hello, what? It's 7:00 at night. What can I do for you? And they're like, hey, how long can you go without a paycheck? And I was like, bruh, I'm not going without a paycheck. And I was told, well, we're having some cash flow issues. We've got a lot of invoices that are due, but we don't have enough money to pay payroll. And I said, okay. And I hung up. And then I called that CEO back shortly afterwards and said, I quit. I've got a new job. And they said, damn it, that was faster than I thought. And I said, don't mess with my money. I'm not a big money guy, but dude, if you're going to take my paycheck away, I don't work here anymore. Essentially, that's what happens. So I could see this being really bad, right? Imagine, if you will, 50 employees don't get paid. I would look into this one. Okay. Also educate. Actually, really quickly, I say this from time to time. This is a perfect example. One of the best ways to build an information security program for a business in a really meaningful way is to go to individual departments and sit in on their team meeting for the first 5 minutes, introduce yourself, and deliver some value to them. Then you can leave. You're putting a face to information security. This one right here, all day long, is perfect for the finance and accounting team. Whoever's touching payroll, this right here is an amazing way to get ingratiated to them, deliver value, and protect your business. All right, we're going to raffle off some more stuff. If you're just joining us, I got to tell you guys, we only have 300 people in chat right now, and it's too bad because they're missing out on mad value. We're raffling off Jason Haddock's training, Hacking Your Career, $400 training. Dude, this guy is amazing. Talk about brand building and among other things. Here we go. This is perfect. And if you win this and you don't think you need it, may I suggest gifting it to someone? Here we go. You enter Team SC in chat to win. Team SC in chat to win. We're going to draw a winner right here. We're going to draw two winners. Adam VV. Adam VV. Nicely done. Adam VV. Next winner. Hold on, I got to mark that. Adam VV, winner of the prize. Next winner, Dennis Skultati. Dennis Skultati. Dennis Skultati, nicely done. Let's keep cooking.
Inflation refund scam targets New Yorkers. A smishing campaign is sending text messages posing as the Department of Taxation and Finance and claiming to offer inflation refunds in order to steal victims' personal and financial data. It is based on an actual legitimate program, the inflation refund from the state of New York, that, quote, automatically sends refund checks to eligible residents to help offset the effects of inflation. The smishing attack announces that a victim has been approved and provides a link requesting further information for the refund to be processed. The deadline was September 29th of this year, but the smishing campaign is still active. The New York governor's office reminds the public that, quote, New Yorkers do not have to do anything to receive an inflation refund check outside of meeting the eligibility requirements, end quote.
Okay, so this is classic. Listen, this show is for people who are looking to break in, level up, and mentor if you've been in the industry a while. We all got to stay current, okay? This one's perfect, okay? This is a perfect example of a effective social engineering campaign. Number one, well, first of all, if you live in the state of New York, you should, educate your family, friends, loved ones, and employees about this attack because it's actively ongoing. Number two, you should educate them that text messages are typically phishing. Number three, and talking about this from a threat actor point of view, they're capitalizing on an existing program, right? So it's familiar. There's authority, right? They didn't make this up. I'm sure the state of New York has been promoting, it's been talked about in the news, the inflation refund initiative, right? So this is a legit thing. Threat actors do that. They need to gain trust through authority and social proof. This one's baked into it. So there you go. Secondly, they send the message to you with a link to get your money. Who doesn't like money? Give this man his money.
Straight cash, homie.
Okay? So people click through it, and then they get what looks like a very legit site. Look at, check refund. Here's the text fields, put in your sensitive information. And then once they do that, they steal your data. And then once they have that, I mean, they can continue to attack you. I don't know exactly what this is because it involves money. I'm sure they're asking for banking information in order to either get into your account and steal it or to fraudulent tax filing. True story. I had a threat actor file taxes as me 2 years ago. So I was a victim of that. Funny reality though, I had to pay taxes. I didn't get a refund. I had to pay taxes. So the threat actor did not pay my taxes. So all right, let's raffle off a couple more. Hacking Your Career from Jason Haddock's. Kind man from Arcanum Security donating 15 prizes. We've given away 12. Let's give away one more. Here we go. Marcus Rutherford. Congratulations, Marcus Rutherford. Winner of the prize. All the winners of the prizes, please go into the Simply Cyber Discord server. It's at simplycyber.io/Discord. You have 48 hours to claim your prize. You can, in the general, you can at me, Gerald Auger, or at a mod, and we're going to try to get you your prizes. Again, 48 hours until we release the prize. You are here live. I know it because you wouldn't have been able to enter otherwise.
If you get value.
All right, here we go. All right, we've been having a banger of a show coming in hot from Wild West Hackfest like a bunch of bosses. Daniel Lowry, Phil Stafford, all these people up in here. Triple D, Port Zero, Devin Grady, Sierra Montgomery, Alice Grimm, Steve Young. Good to see everybody. Guys, don't go anywhere because we have two more prizes of training to go, and then we have the one-of-one Rekka Security Skateboard deck signed by the illustrators that will be delivered to you. I hope to win this. In fact, let me enter myself. Jesus, I want it. I want that deck, dude. This is sick. If you got to go, take care. Love you, mean it. Otherwise, let's go over to Jawjacking, a 30-minute AMA show where I will do everything in my power to answer all your questions and have a good time. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Until next time, stay secure. Ever wonder what it takes to break into cybersecurity? Join us every weekday for Jawjacking, where industry experts answer your burning questions about the cybersecurity field. Live, unfiltered, and totally free. Let's level up together. It's time for some Jawjacking. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Jawjacking. I'm your host, Jerry Guy. Coming hot off the heels of the Daily Cyber Threat Brief with that nerd, Dr. Gerald Auger. Oh my God, bro. Calm down with your infographic love. Yes. Wade Wells. This deck right here, this skateboard deck, like literally this one, was signed by the illustrators shortly after this picture was taken. And Rekka Comics will be mailing this physical skateboard deck to the winner of the raffle once I tell them that who it is. This is so cool. Again, I entered because I want it. Reminder, we did raise $12,000 for Becky's fund. $5,000 from Barricade Cyber, $5,000 from Black Hills Information Security, and then the remaining from Simply Cyber community members. Becky's fund goes to help victims of domestic violence, specifically like the first 48 hours of when they get away from their attacker. Guys, if you ever hear about, like a double unalive where one is a victim and one is self-inflicted, a lot of times it's those people. Someone makes a decision to get away and the person who's in control doesn't like it and they make bad choices. So that all this money goes to protect those people. All right, let's go ahead and raffle off. If you have a question, just put it in chat with a Q. We'll get the answers as best we can. We have a Simply Defensive at 9:30 a.m. we're going to get to. Let's go ahead and raffle off two more Hacking Your Careers from Arcanum Security. Next winner is Ryusek. Ryusek, very nice, Ryusek. Love it, love it, love it. Christopher Ryan Reigns. All right, here we go. And then final winner of the Arcanum Security training, Patrick. All right, those are our 15 winners. And then all we have left is the skateboard deck. Thank you, Jason Haddix, for donating these amazing prizes. All right, guys, let's talk. What kind of questions are there? Can I help anyone? Coming off Wild West Hackfest. Wade Wells says, just tell him to send it to me now. That's right. All right, guys. Okay. What are your biggest cyber risks we should be focusing on for 2026? Comes Cyber Risk Witch. Here we go. Biggest cyber risks. Honestly, I think supply chain attack is going to continue to ramp up and be bad. We're seeing massive supply chain attacks, Salesforce, the Go Anywhere MFT stuff a minute ago. Just supply chain attacks. I mean, it's very difficult to protect from as well. So that's what I think. Supply chain risk. GRC. Escol, we're going to draw the board right at the end of the show, okay? Escol07, what are the things I can negotiate in an offer letter besides salary? First of all, I love it. All right, things you can negotiate. Ready? Number one, work schedule. You can take, hey, you know what? How about once a month, I work 4 10s. So meaning, one week a month, I get to work 10 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and I get Friday off, right? Is having a 3-day weekend valuable to you? You're still going to work your 40 hours. What about paying for your home internet or a cell phone? Okay, there's those things. Training. How about, can you send me to Simply CyberCon once a year? Can you guarantee me $5,000 in training? I would like to go back to school. Will you pay for that? What are some other things? Oh, if you're going to work remotely, maybe you ask for a stipend to like buy a new monitor or a new desk or something like that. Personally, I like to get time off. Yep. So Phil Stafford says conference budget, more vacation time. These are all great questions. Good question. That's a fun one. All right, hold on 1 second. Everything's going AI, so should I kind of switch from Red Team into GRC and ISO 27001? No, I mean, Red Teamers are using AI, right? Here's the thing. We shouldn't be using AI to replace people. We should be using AI to make people work better. I feel like it's such a short-sighted, clown move to replace workforce with AI. You could just be getting more from your workforce. Kyle, Jerry, the org selected a pen test company. I'll be responsible for the project with the vendor. It's my first one. Got any advice for a first timer? That's very cool. What I would do is first and foremost, have a casual call with the pen test company. Get to know them. Like, hey, I'm the POC. I'm the rep. Don't be like power hungry. Like, oh, this is my project. I'm in charge here. So get to know them, try to understand what their workflows are. For me personally, I like to do this. Be of service. Hey, pen test company, I want you guys to have a great experience because I want you to deliver the most value to my company. What do you need? All right. Second thing, Kyle, and this is what separates. There's like a really good intro to Snatch. Or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Jason Statham, where he's running a 3-card Monte game. I mean, he's running a fraudulent watch thing. Whatever. Go to the CISO, Kyle. Go to whoever's in charge of information security and say, hey, I'm super pumped that I'm running this pen test project. Are there any key areas or are there any key initiatives or agendas that you have that you would like to make sure are in scope or relevant to this pen test? I.e., is there any initiatives that you've had that have not gotten traction that a pen test company could find or promote as a problem to help you get your agenda pushed forward? All right? That's what I would recommend, Kyle. All right. What's up, Stones fan? Rob, my man. 27 months. Love it. All right, let's go. I'm a newbie to cyber. I want to help small businesses secure their business as they implement AI tools and automations. What would you suggest as an entry point into cyber? So you want to help small businesses secure as they implement AI tools. Well, I mean, you can do it a couple different ways, right? You could be a GRC person and help with proper configuration and deployment. You could be a pen tester, kind of red teamer, looking for improperly implemented AI tools. Like helping small businesses secure their business is kind of super generic, I guess, or vague. What I would say is if Kareem, what I would say is, listen, I would develop some type of checklist, like 10 things or whatever. And I would go to a couple small businesses in your area or friends that you have. And I would say, hey, I'd love to go through this 10-step checklist to help make sure that you're implementing AI in a secure way. And I'll do it for free. In exchange, you give me an honest testimonial on what your experience was like. That's it. If you think I suck, write it in your testimonial. That'll get you some traction. It'll be free, so the businesses will be more into it. You'll develop a bank of testimonials, obviously, if you crush it. And then you could start selling that service. I'm not quite sure if you're asking how to start a business doing this or a consulting gig or what, but that's how I would do it. All right. We are at 9:21. We do have a Simply Defensive coming out at Simply Defensive coming out in 7 minutes. So let's keep going. Let's answer one more question, and then we're going to do the raffle. For me, AI is like an intern. I'm constantly having to correct and redirect. Yep, exactly. Have you read the report AI 2027? It simulates our AI future month by month, and it's terrifying. No, I've read AI 2041. I actually have it right there. According to James McQuiggan's talk at Wild West Hackfest, we unfortunately, like 2050, AI will have the power of the entire collective of human knowledge. Best additive for your coffee: oat milk and hazel syrup. I drink my coffee black, Silence Poet. So for me, my best additive for coffee is boiling hot water. Continuing to look at chat. How much flooding did Charleston get? I didn't get it. I mean, downtown Charleston was pretty gnarly. Where I live is fine. Thank you for asking. How about them Patriots? Woo! Yeah. Did watch the Pats game yesterday. It was enjoyable. Was enjoyable. I'll tell you what, I didn't sit easy until the very end. They definitely could have blown it. All right, here we go. Amish Brain. Okay, to all of you, if you are constantly needing to redirect your AI, maybe I say something. I don't know. All right, continuing to look. Ooh. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Jesse Johnson's in chat. Jesse, if you did not know because you woke up late, you were our Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week. This guy right here, Jesse Johnson. All right, guys, we're going to be raffling off right now. Right now, this deck. This is a skateboard deck. It's a physical deck. It is signed by the illustrators or the comic book people. It's signed by the people behind The Future Is Rekka comic series. I don't know exactly who signed it, but I believe it's the the people who wrote the comic book. Okay, this is an unbelievably sick prize. Okay, again, Christopher Ryan Rain said it would be bad if I won it. I disagree. This is awesome. Like, I'm a community member too, bro. All right, here we go. We're gonna raffle it off. This is the big one. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Davey Crack IT. Damn, man. Congratulations. Davey Crack IT. Davey Crack IT. Get with me. This is one you got to get with me on. We are absolutely. You hear? Connect with me in Discord. Simply cyber.io/Discord. Okay. Dude, Davey Crack IT. I hope to see a picture of it, man. So cool. All right. Congratulations to all our winners today. Also, thank you, Jason Haddix, for donating. Thank you, Jason Blanchard, for donating. I don't understand what kitchen table vibes is. I don't know what that was. I mean, if you want, I can eat up here. I am hungry. All right. We got a couple minutes until we jump over to Simply Defensive. Remember, Simply CyberCon is just a few weeks away. I'm low-key sweating. We got the stickers and the bags. The sponsors are sending their gear. Oh, Davey Crack IT passed the CISSP last week too. This guy's just killing it. Davey Crack IT, can you connect with me? Is your name Davey Crack IT? Are you on Discord, and is your name also Davey Crack IT on Discord? Let me know. We definitely want to get you your skateboard ASAP, bruh. All right. What a fun episode, guys. Davey Crack IT, I need to know if you're in Discord, dude. All right. What a day. What a show. Shout out to all of you guys. Hey, can I just really quickly give a really quick shout out? Some of you were there. I left Wild West Hackfest on the 3:30 a.m. bus to get a 5:37 flight, which should have been plenty of time. The bus driver was kind of a mess, okay? He showed up 30 minutes late. He went to hotels afterwards that he didn't need to go to. I do appreciate the bus service, but it was gnarly. We got to the airport at 5:05 for a 5:37 flight. The gate people were not even there, so I couldn't even check luggage. We run like bat out of hell through TSA, get to the gate. There's like 5 minutes left to get on the plane. The gate agent is ultra pissed that she's like, 45 minutes. You should have been here 45 minutes ago to check your baggage. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she took pity, and I was able to pay and check my baggage right then. Literally got on the plane about 40 seconds before they closed the door, and had to close the door. She was so mad. 4 of us got on the plane, by the way. Khalil got on the plane. She was so mad. And I just want to say, shout out to her. She said, you know what, guys? I'm going to let you on this plane because you guys are actually being really nice and you're not pitching a fit and yelling at me. So, guys, wow. It was really stressful. Yes, Rapid City gate agent, American Airlines. If I knew who she was, I'd send her an Amazon gift card or a Starbucks gift card. Thank you to that unsung hero. And if you were on the 3:30 bus, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys, it's been real. We're off and running on a week. Shout out to Joe Hudson. When I say wild, you say west. Wild, wild. And if you said west at your computer, holla. All right, guys, be well. We're going to go over and raid Simply Defensive. Thank you to all those who participated. Thank you, community. Look forward to seeing you guys at Simply CyberCon in a few weeks. Until next time, have a great day and stay secure.